Hello guys, very welcome to the talk at the Polylan in Lausanne about the topic, how does the Romandie gaming scene work? So for this I've got some people, some experts right here. Please just introduce yourself.
So I'm Romands, Vice President of the Lausanne eSports.
My name is Michael Solio. I am in SCG TV and also in Helvets, which are two associations here in Suisse Romande.
Could you maybe just say about SCG TV, because some people maybe don't know?
So yes, SCG TV, we do all streams for each and every live stream right now, and here in Suisse Romande. So that's what we mostly do. We have all of the events and we stream them live, and it's a very fun thing to do. And we try to work with everyone around us in the best way we can. And yeah, we pretty much stream every event here in Suisse Romande.
Okay. So I'm Romain Altenbach, aka Funk. I'm a StarCraft player for Romandie Gaming.
Okay, so let's start. Nice to have you here. I was wondering all the time, there are so many good teams in Romandie, and I have a lot of, I hear a lot of things about the Swiss German speaking organizations, about Silent and Mein Sanity or whatever, and then suddenly things are coming up from the western part of Switzerland, and you Servet and Lausanne, Quality Helvetica. What is happening right here? Could you just explain me kind of how are you like talking all together? You know from each other what you are doing?
What's weird is that I'm under the impression that recently, we had a big explosion. Like Geneva just got they have their own team, pretty much now with Servet, and now Lausanne eSport too. And it's I don't know what's happening next. What's going to happen? Is Valais going to do the same thing? I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a Sion eSport team popping out for. Maybe so. We don't know. But it's but they're all popping out these big names now, because before it was all different teams like Absolute Frost or Helvet or all of these names that don't mean much, and now all of a sudden the names are more centered to towns, and I think that's going to maybe change the quality of the players because there is money coming in.
Okay, so this is a different discussion. Maybe we don't know if it's gonna be a big difference in the quality, but I would like to talk about how you communicate with each other. I mean, do you know everything from the teams? I mean, do you know if they are working like the Quality Helvetica is going to be Lausanne eSport or something like this?
I heard a little bit. I will say we don't personally inside Romandie Gaming we don't really talk we don't have official communication channels, but sometimes we meet each other in LANs, and I will say the LANs are the biggest bring together, and also maybe the Quartz in Lausanne. It's where I met a lot of guys from Qualitas Helvetica.
Yeah, the Quartz is a very good place to meet other players from Switzerland, and yeah, because we organized the Quartz Tour before, there's a lot of players coming after the Quartz Tour just to discuss and just play games during beer, and yeah, we discuss like that. Or online, we have a Discord server, so we can discuss together and communicate about that.
I think so that the level of organization is very professional. What is your inside view of these organizations in the Romandie part?
Well, what I'm hearing right now, because I kind of follow it around, because SCG TV streams everyone and it's in every event, so we kind of follow what everyone is doing, and so more and more the leaders of each association, the presidents, are doing reunions. Like we're using the Polylan event to hold a reunion, and like you said, the Polylan or any event where there's a LAN is an occasion to also meet together and talk together for future events and how to organize new things together. It's like when you go out with some friends to go drink a beer. All of a sudden, the best ideas in the world appear, and it's the same thing here at the Polylan,
Yeah. But do you agree that the structures or the organizations are made up really professional?
Yeah, we are trying to be very professional, and we are trying to bring personal competence to every guy on our team. We have a graphist who his job is graphist. We have a developer, his job is developer in the real life. So we are trying to have the people who know to do something inside to be professional. We are trying to.
So would you say for you as a player, for example, as a StarCraft player, is it the most important thing that you go to the lawns to meet like the other guys from Romandie?
It's definitely an important part, but yeah, for me it's more about the competition. But it's like a choice. Like I decide to go early to bed because I want to compete. But sometimes I am like, yeah, it would be more fun to stay and drink beer. But yeah, it's like a choice.
Could you say some word about like the level of esports in the Romandie? Are there, would you say, a lot of very good players, or are there less good players than in the Swiss-German part, or is it about the same?
Maybe I can only speak for StarCraft, but for StarCraft it's like pretty even, I will say. We have like one really good player in Swiss Germany and one really good in Romandie, which is me, and and it's pretty much it, I will say. Like
what,
a lot of.
what level are you?
I'm Grandmaster.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah. it's like,
Yeah.
it's like basic for competitive level. Yeah. But there are a lot of smaller scale players. It's pretty even, I will say.
And in other games, would you also agree that the
Yeah,
level is about the same?
Yeah, the level is the same. There's good team in Switzerland from German part and French part. I think the only problem that the organization don't get the money to bring player in, in other land. Like here we have My Insanity, we have Swiss Prime for Overwatch, but other team.
Like Silent, they're not coming because they don't have the money to get here.
That's the problem, I think. That's why we cannot very connect, in real life, because we cannot move. So yeah.
I think also the Romandie gaming scene is focusing kind of more than the Swiss German speaking part on the I don't know on France, because in Counter-Strike I just know that a lot of Romandie teams like they're playing in French leagues, for example. I mean that's more kind of the international view.
Well, as a good example, maybe you heard about this. eCorp was a team mostly here in Switzerland first, before moving entirely to France. So I guess there will sometimes be that split. We do not know if in Swiss Germany they do that sometimes, if a Swiss German team will migrate towards, I don't know, Germany, if there's an esports scene over there. But I see this happen pretty much. We saw this happen once. I saw this happen, but I don't know if it's widespread at all. I don't think so. I think we mostly like to play between each other. Like it's also kind of a cultural thing to have teams from the region like Geneva and Lausanne. Yeah.
What is your analysis about the state of the art right now in the Romandie scene? Is it in a good shape? Is the development in a good direction, or do you think it sucks?
Well, at the moment, I think for myself it's going in a good direction, but other player or people think that football club getting like esports team is not a great move, and they think that football will manage everything in esports. But yeah, I think it just brings money, and money is only a good thing to improve the esports in Switzerland. So,
but this is only one part in the Romandie. There are two teams now, like you said, Geneva and Lausanne eSport, of course. But they are still like Romandie gaming is still.
I think we are going in the right direction. Like we are following a global movement. Like everything in eSport is like getting more professional, and I think this movement is there in Switzerland too. Like I hear some contracts are gonna get made and stuff. I think it's going in the right direction.
Yeah. The main problem in Switzerland that we need a very good salary to live outside for our life, and it's not the same case in France where you can live with only 2,000 per month. Here we need 5, 6 or whatever, and so yeah, we need money to be more professional, to pay players to game, and that's why maybe teams like eCorp just move to France, because it's cheaper to live there.
And also it's like a bigger market, I think, like more people are watching, the lands have bigger prize pools and stuff.
So yeah, we are small in this sport, but we are growing, so that's cool, I think.
I think the best idea for Switzerland as a whole would be able to represent themselves in tournaments if they could mix up sometimes the teams with Swiss Germany and Romandie. That already happened a couple of times. There was a mix in the League of Legends team once, and then there was a competition about it. And I think we should try to maybe improve more in that direction. I mean, it would be awesome if there could be more cooperations between ourselves, because let's admit it, most of the time we do our things in our corners with Romandie and Swiss Germany, and it's rare that we do cooperative things. But when we do, they're really good. The teams are pretty good, but they're not close enough together long enough to become as good as they could be. Like when we did the event once, it was, there was not a lot of training time, etc. for the teams, and it didn't become as good as it could have been. But if we try to improve more a mixture maybe in our teams, I think it would become like much better. So bringing money maybe into the teams will improve recruitment methods and mix more of the players in Switzerland.
So that this improvement is going on, this development is going on right now. I think last couple months, and then in the next months there will be a lot of changes, I think, and also to bring this whole Switzerland together as one community. I hope so, at least. But I wanted to ask. I was just asking me if there is like one guy or one organization in the Romandie scene who is like the driving force, kind of, or he's like. Not like the chief, but he's like, are there people who are like putting things up, like in a direction? Are there like some person, or?
We don't really have one person.
Yeah.
Or an organization, or like.
Yeah. Well, it's more. I think you guys would agree with me. It's more multiple. We have a hard time maybe
I agree.
having a single driving force. But it's coming from multiple directions here.
We are all working together to bring the esports better. So there's not like a chief who's taking decision,
I mean, I think that's one characteristic of the Romandie part, that you really have this feeling of working together to be one strong community. I just see this also in the Swiss Esports Federation, where you have this idea of one federation for the whole country, and it's coming really from the Romandie people, I think, in the board to push it a bit more, to bring it more together. What are the biggest problems in the Romandie scene? Like, is there one team really annoying, or are there any problems, or is everything going very well?
We're going to the drama zone. Well, we don't
trash
talking. No, well, there are a couple of course, drama happens everywhere.
Yeah, of course. But are there some like main problems which you have to deal with it right now?
There is a problem. I think that there are maybe too many associations, too many people trying to make an association. That is a problem.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like sometimes there is the spot is already filled, and a new team try to come, and it's like they battle it out, but like it's already there. Like just cooperate, I think. Yeah.
Would make more sense to create something new. Okay, so this is one problem. You think that there are a lot of associations and a lot of more trying to be in this esport. What are your kind of, if you're looking into the future, and if you could imagine how it's going to be in some years, what is your perfect idea of Romandie gaming scene? Or
Well, my perfect idea on old Switzerland scene is that we get professional player that we pay to just play game, and they can win their life like that, just playing, and we get very professional, like in France, Germany, or other country, So that's my hope.
The best thing really would be to get together and through a driving force be able to pick out to really democratize esports in general. That's still a problem, because lots of talent. I'm sure there are a lot of very talented Swiss players, even here in Swiss Romand too. And it would be awesome if a Swiss team could go up against, I don't know, Korea in the future, because it's democratized, and we accept it as a sport, and we treat it as a sport, and we recruit people and really make them play hardcore the game and try to beat the best teams in the world. That is like a Roger Federer.
Yeah, Switzerland has no big team in international scene.
There was my insanity in StarCraft, like
Okay.
for a while. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Okay.
so I'm sorry.
CS:GO in League of Legends, there is not like big Switzerland team that can take it envy us, or big team. So yeah, that could be great to represent the Switzerland outside, I think.
And I mean, there's only one really pro gamer.
Yeah.
Maniac is still the only Swiss guy.
Yeah, but he's not living in Switzerland.
He has no connection anymore to Switzerland.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's not all. He can't be this figure to stand for the Swiss esports, right? Because he's too far away again.
Yeah.
The Smash scene, which is pretty good here. They might be going further down to Las Vegas. Some Swiss.
Going, right?
Yes. So we do have maybe a driving force in Super Smash. That's pretty good, I think.
And I think in Romandie you have some really good Counter-Strike teams too, right?
It's I can't speak for I don't know them enough to be able to speak for them, but yes.
So in the end, everything is going well. You don't have to many problems, I think, and for the whole Swiss esports, I think you also had some thoughts about getting improvements, making it bigger or making it better. So the final wish is actually not for the Romandie scene itself. So you're thinking for the whole Switzerland, right?
Okay. Definitely, and maybe let's have each town have a name, like now there's Servette, and then we do Lausanne. Next it's going to be Sion, then it's going to be, I don't know,
Fribourg maybe.
Fribourg, there you go, Fribourg eSports, and then we get 4 good Swiss Romand teams. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be fun in the future to think about that. Yeah.
Thank you guys that you've been here for your views inside the Romandie scene. Thank you.
eSports.ch. Powered by UPC.